Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of 1000 Gurus with me, your host, JR Yonocruz. Today's guest is Hao Gagaring. Hao is a friend of JR's, a coffee buddy, introvert, and crafty individual. She is a self-proclaimed, simple, law-abiding citizen. She doesn't consider herself an influencer or content creator, but more of a memory creator. Personalizing and customizing things are some of her favorite hobbies. This was such a fun episode to record. I think I'm on a roll with my last 3 in-studio guests all being super nervous. Hao mentioned several times in this recording about how introverted she is, but she wanted to take this as an opportunity to step outside of her comfort zone, which I really commend her on. Despite the nerves, I think she did a fantastic job. I learned a lot about her background, her Labubu clothing and crafting online business, and how she was able to readjust moving to a new country when she was already an adult in her late teens and early 20s. What I really admire about Hao, and the main reason why I wanted to showcase her on this show, is that she's one of the few people in my life who has aspirations to create and do something but actually executes on it. It's inspiring to me, especially as a fellow introvert, and hopefully her story will inspire you as well. So without further ado, hope you enjoyed this episode with Hao Gagaring. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to 1000 Gurus. Hao, welcome to the show.
Really?
For being here. So how are you feeling? I know you're totally not nervous.
Yeah, not at all.
Not at all. Yeah, you can't tell at all. Cool. So yeah, thank you again for being here. I'll go into how I know you just so we can get this started. So we met around, I want to say 2017-ish. I know it was around that time, like when I
Yeah.
started teaching at the studio, the K-pop studio in Buena Park. Slowly over time, we started to hang out in our karaoke crew. Most of us had the common interest in K-pop and dance, but eventually we started to hang out regularly, karaoke and other things. And
Filipino stuff.
Filipino stuff. Most of us are Filipino or Filipino at heart. And then we had significant others join the group. And so we're all around the same age group. Some of them are other former guests of 1000 Gurus and karaoke crew, which involve Blessy, who's here, Joanne, and Jay.
Yeah.
Hao organizes a lot of our fun events. Like she always creates like these cool little gifts. I was gonna say Hao is one of my most craftiest friends, but I think that's a lie. I think she is the craftiest friend. I think she's like first place. If you ever see some of these gifts, they're just like these little things that you're like, where did you find this from? Or it's like themed, like if it's Harry Potter or One Piece themed. So she's very crafty. She sources these things from no one knows where. I would say you're kind of like the mom in our group, or at least one of the moms, because like you've made some of my favorite gifts. And one of them was actually I was thinking about wearing my back pain shirt. I get the most compliments on that one. No, I wore it on episode 4 or 5, which is it's black pink, but it's in the style of back pain. And so I sent it to Hao. I was like, hey, Hao, can I commission a shirt? This like a sleeveless like gym shirt. And then she's like, okay, sure. And then she like made it for me. And I always get compliments like, oh my God, I thought that said black pink, but it says back pain. I'm like, yes. So that's like definitely
Very
one of my
timely.
favorites. Yeah, very timely. And then another shirt I was thinking of wearing or bringing was our Rip California J shirt. So
I thought of wearing it today.
yeah, I think that's maybe too much ego for Jay, because so his episode would have been live by the time you hear this episode. But so our friend Jay moved to Phoenix, and then so as like a going away sort of fun thing, Hal made these shirts that like it looks like it's like a box with his photo, but it's like a memorial photo, like
Yeah.
he's dead or something. But it's really
Marcos
just
and your idea mostly.
yeah, exactly. I'll wear it at the gym sometimes, and sometimes people will like stare, like look a little bit too hard, and they're like, "Is that a memorial?" And in my head, I'll never correct them. I'll be like, "Yeah, he's gone."
I hope he's happy.
I hope wherever he's at, I hope he's happy, Jay. I just wanted to show for the video listeners, this is something that Hao just got me. It's like a little, like a CD thing, but it has our 1000 Gurus logo. It's pretty cute. And so you can scan it on your phone, and then it hacks all your passwords.
Yeah.
So now I have it, or at least Hal will have it.
Especially SSN and
Yeah.
like important stuff like
Yeah, so security and everything.
banks
So
stuff.
I can just tap this and be like, hey, check out 1000 Gurus. And then we just feel all their passwords and identity theft and everything. So yeah, that was a long intro. Any clarifications, or what are you up to these days?
Yeah. It sounds about right.
Yeah, this is that's what we've been up to. Cool. All right, we'll go into intro questions then. So the first one, I think you know it's coming. Where does the name Harley come from? So I know some of our friends call you Harley. I kind of met you as Hao.
Yeah.
And you have 2 names. So like,
I'm-
what's
yeah.
the difference?
Actually, I'm more comfortable with Hal because Harley's "Are you mad at me?" kind of thing.
Mm,
Because growing up, well, Harley is actually my legal name.
Mm.
And my dad likes Harley Davidson,
Mm.
like the brand. And so that's where they got it from. And my auntie suggested it because I was supposed to be Hazel, but my mom or my auntie said it's too common.
Mm.
It's too much Hazel in the world. So I gotta be Harley for some reason. But it's kind of like growing up, people think that I am a man or like a boy.
Mm.
So, and my nickname is Hao because of my like being Filipino. They make up names,
Yeah.
and ever
Really?
since I was like,
Really? Like what?
ever since I was a kid, it's just the name that I'm more comfortable with.
Mhm. Yeah. I mean, for you guys who don't know, if you're not Filipino, if you're Filipino, you know. That's why I go by JR because Filipinos just love nicknames. And so they're like, why is your name JR? I'm like, because it's a Filipino thing. I don't know how to explain it. So yeah, I get that. So we love nicknames here. So what about why upside down photos? I don't know if you guys see Hal's Instagram or anything, but her stories, her posts are always like upside down. My headcanon is one day you were using your phone and it was upside down and you posted it and you're like, oh, I guess this is my thing now. And so you just kept like that. But
No, because I like taking pictures and videos, and then before, like phones doesn't really have the favorites, so I would usually rotate it so that I know that I chose the picture.
mm,
And so, yeah, I just started with that and started posting. And then I would tell people that I'm just helping you exercise. Like,
it's like just trying to give you neck
yeah,
pain.
like, yeah, yeah. Neck pain in your
Yeah, neck pain area. So it was a way for you to like sort photos
Mhm.
based on. So if it was upside down, it was like a favorite.
Yeah. So it's
Oh,
easier for me to know, oh, this is
yeah.
it, this is it. So I can just post it like
Mm.
right away.
So it's a
Yeah.
functional thing. So all the photos you post now are your favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Those are my favorites.
I like it. It's very interesting because, well, I don't know about any of our mutual friends, but
Hmm.
whenever I'm on Instagram and then I'll see like stories and it's like upside down, like, oh, it's Hal. I don't even know what the fuck. It's usually something like you or David upside down.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, yeah, this is Hal's story. And then you
That's
have to kind
me.
of rotate it. And if you repost her story, you have to repost it upside
Yeah.
down.
People usually do it like
We'll we'll
correct
we'll
it.
correct it so that the world is right side up.
It's also because I'm shy for people to look at me too, so I feel it's so
So there's
less
extra effort.
interesting. Mhm.
So there's extra effort to actually
Yeah.
see you. I like
Mhm.
it. That's actually kind of funny. First question: where'd you grow up, Hal?
I grew up in the Philippines. My parents are from a small town in the Philippines called Paete, Laguna. Paete is like the carving capital of the Philippines, actually. So,
Carving capital?
yeah, like
Mm.
carving woods,
Oh.
like a lot of creative stuff. I think that's where
Mm.
I got my creative side. So paet actually means chisel, like a tool that you use to carve
Mm.
wood. And so yeah, that's where my family came from, and I think that's where creative influence and stuff came from and instilled into me.
Yeah, your
Yeah,
family lineage. So when did you come over to the States and like why?
I came here when I was a little older, like around 19 to 20 years old. I think I would say it's like a crucial age for people. It's like you're finding yourself, starting to do adult stuff. And my parents think that it's going to be more opportunities for me. That's why we moved here. But for me, everything is new, even though I grew up in the Philippines and English is actually part of the curriculum. My parents enrolled me into a high school that enforces us to speak English. It's like
Okay.
an English school, but it's still different when you came here because my brain still thinks, and like right now I'm live translating it in my head because I'm thinking in Filipino, but I have to live translate it in English. So it's still different, like the grammar structures. So I still find that hard till now because, of course, I grew up mostly in the Philippines. And so all the mannerisms, all the grammar structures are still living inside me.
Were you excited to move over or were you kind of hesitant or what was your thought process as you're moving over and getting adjusted to States?
I grew up mostly in the Philippines and all my friends are there. It was a really hard switch for me because almost all of my life I lived there and I'm more comfortable there. My friends are there. And moving here and doing kind of a reset.
Yeah.
And when I first moved here, I was actually really scared even to order food because I'm like, what if I say it wrong? Or I'm not used to like small talks too. I'm very introverted.
Mm.
So It's very hard.
You know that stereotype that Gen Z, they don't know how to talk on the phone. So you're just
Yeah, I'm more of a typer, like I
yeah,
told you.
yeah,
I
exactly.
type like I could talk to you for hours, like text me, but don't call me.
Yeah. And then you meet her in person, you're like, how come you don't talk every
Yeah, I'm like, who are you
You're
talking
so chatty
to?
on online or like on the phone. I'm the same too. I was telling how this before, but it's that maxim of introverts kind of think to talk and then extroverts talk to think. Whereas like you can see the live as they're saying
Mhm.
things and you can see how their thoughts
Yeah,
are kind of progressing. Whereas
yeah.
people like us, we have to stop and think about something for a little bit and then say the thing.
Yeah, because I feel more organized when I see the words.
So then you move over here. What were your career or life aspirations moving here? So you said you were like 19-ish. So what
Yeah,
were you trying to do at that point?
I actually don't know what I'm gonna do because I don't know anything here. And like I said, it was a crucial age where you are trying to figure out yourself and trying to see what life is out there. So the fear for me is I'm a very introverted person. How I countered that and overcoming the fear of conversing, I actually found a job at the mobile dental company where we go to different facilities and it's very diverse and it has a lot of race and ethnicities and different types of people that you can meet. So you're like kind of forced to talk and interact with people. And so that kind of helped me in terms of interacting with people
Yeah.
better because you hear more stories and stuff from different walks of life. So I think that really helped me.
In my head, I was thinking mobile dental clinic. People have stuff in their mouth, and you're like, "Oh, so how
Oh
where are you
yeah.
from?" Like, all right,
That,
like, I'm sorry, I can't understand you.
actually, that's true too. Like, why would dental? I'm not gonna say anything is
Yeah, yeah,
but it's true. They like to talk you when they're working on your mouth,
yeah.
and be like, "Ugh."
My friend Lisa, she's a dental hygienist,
Yeah,
and
I
she's
heard.
like, "Yeah, people will
Mm-hmm.
just keep talking, and you kind of conversational, or sometimes she'll hear other people,
Mm-hmm.
other clients talking to other
Mm-hmm.
hygienists." And it's like, dang, she got someone's whole life story. But aren't you the
Yeah.
dental? Isn't there stuff in your mouth? I
Yeah.
could never talk when I'm being cleaned or
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
But they give you breaks too.
Right, right. So you just happen to you still work in this field?
Yeah, I
So you
do, but
just
I
like
don't go out in the field
mm,
anymore. It's
okay.
more admin works now.
How did you find this work?
Online, I don't remember
Okay.
really exactly
Exactly how you got
how,
there. Yeah.
but I thought that it would be a good foundation for me to start
Mm.
here in the US to start like interacting with people. The work that I do, mainly focus on nursing facilities or like elderly people. So we go to the facilities and do their treatments. And mostly because this might sound like a stereotype, but mostly Filipinos are nurses. And so it's
What? It's crazy.
and so like it's easier to and more comfortable for me to be surrounded by
Makes sense.
people. So if you go to a facility, for sure there's gonna be at least one Filipino there. It's gonna be a nurse or a CNA or a LVN or social services. And so it brings comfort for me.
Not that I haven't had a Filipino nurse on the show. It's funny because so I donated blood a couple weeks ago or last
Hmm.
week, and all the nurses there are Filipino. And I was gonna say most, but I think all of them are. It's like a blood donation center at the UCI Medical Center in Orange, but also at UCI on campus.
Mm-hmm.
And they all know me and they're all super nice, but it's like they're all Filipino. And it's like, whenever it's like, oh, how are you?
Hi,
And
tita.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so the one of the head nurses, Tina, such a Filipino
Yeah.
name. But she's super sweet. She's super nice. But yeah, they're all Filipino. One of the things that I wanted to ask was like, why are these services important? Or maybe what is it like working there?
We also not just cater to elderly, we also go to like subacute units and
You
like
said
TRC.
subacute.
Yeah, so like people that's not really functional mostly. So they can't really communicate with you. So they really need help for you to clean those teeth because they're actually it's very important for you to keep your oral hygiene because it links to a lot of diseases like respiratory infections and stuff, and actually links to dementia too. So I would really recommend for you to keep your teeth as long as you can because it's really hard. And I've seen a lot of elderly and I've heard a lot of stories of having a hard time to eat because they don't have teeth anymore. And it's just your health declines, everything falls because after all, mouth is the gateway to the rest of your body. And so like nutrients, everything. And so it's really hard and fun. One thing that I can share too what that I learned from working at the dental office is when you lose all your teeth, your tongue actually naturally expands. So even if you have dentures, a lot of our old people, like if they have lost their teeth for a long time, it's they're having a hard time because naturally the tongue would push the dentures like out. And so even though they put adhesive there on the dentures, it's gonna be very loose because of bone loss and stuff. And so would really recommend for you to keep your teeth as long as you can.
So the problem with having your tongue extended out is that it pushes out your dentures, or
Because right now your tongue is being tamed by your teeth right now. So naturally it's right there. Because if you think about it, like tongue has a lot of senses. So it's gonna be there because what if you accidentally bite on it? So like your brain naturally puts it there like backwards. So if there's nothing that's keeping it back, then
oh,
it
so it's keeping
naturally
it
grows.
safe.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Like in case you accidentally bite it or something like that, right? Oh, that makes sense. As the first expert or person to have on the show in terms of dental health that we're talking about, so maybe what is one or two things or important things to consider about dental health that you think people get wrong?
Would always recommend to floss because that's what our hygienist would always tell us. Floss every day, do water flossing or whatever. Just keep your mouth clean, go to your dental appointments. Don't be scared of the dentist. I know that the sound can be annoying for some other people.
Every time I get my teeth cleaned twice a year, and then my dentist would be like, "Oh yeah, so you're flossing?" And I look at him straight in the eye. I'm like, "Oh yeah, totally." Every day, I'm
They
like,
can tell.
"Yeah, obviously." Can't you tell? I floss like 5 times a day.
Yeah.
I try my best. I don't know if you ever heard of this study, but there was like two indicators of a long life. One of them was flossing, and one of them was like VO2 max, which is like the amount of volume and your lungs can hold in oxygen. And I think to improve that, you do like cardio, like walking,
Oh,
or
really?
like a zone 2 walking. I'm just kind of regurgitating stuff I've heard on other podcasts. But basically, it was those two things. And I thought it was interesting. It's like, oh, wow, dental health and your cardio or your lung capacity is important.
I need to walk more.
Yeah, well, so takeaway for the audience: walk more while flossing.
Yes. Multitask it.
Multitask, you'll
Yeah.
live forever.
Forever.
That's a good takeaway.
More than 100.
So that's a good takeaway. So this is the thing I wanted to ask you about because, like I mentioned, you're my craftiest friend. What I also admire about you, How, is that you're very entrepreneurial because you have your own shops and things that you create and make, which I think is cool because not a lot of people do that. I have so many friends who are also creative, different ways, and they aspire to have like a sticker shop or like an Etsy shop or all these other things, but then they don't really do anything. And then I see you like actually doing stuff and having your own shop and shipping it out on like a small personal scale. And you mentioned too that you have made income from it and you were able to, I think if I'm not getting this wrong, like go on a vacation because of
I'm
stuff
going
like
on a
that.
vacation
Yeah,
because of that. Yeah.
exactly, which is super cool. So I wanted to dig into that. I guess first question on this topic is what are some of the creative things that you do and like how did you get into everything?
I am the most random person. So whatever is in my mind that I want to do, I just write it on the paper and then I'll work on it. If I think that I can't do it, then I'll scrap it and then think of another stuff to do because crafting for me is very therapeutic. It's my way of distressing whenever I am able to put my ideas into life. That's why I am into like creating. I would also say because I am a very introverted person, so I tend to just be on my own little world most of the time, and it's helping me because I really have a really bad attention span, and it helps me like focus.
What are some things that you've made? Obviously, I know as a friend, but what are some things that you do in terms of this creative outlet?
Mostly stickers, a lot of customs DIY things that you can think of. I make shirts. Right now I'm into Labubu, so I make stuff for Labubu.
So from my understanding, when we last talked about this, you design or you curate or source outfits and then you sell them. Is that correct?
Yeah, and my mom is a big part of this because she makes most of them. Like crocheting is her hobby. And so one of her hobbies. So I am it started with her making an outfit for one of my Labubu because I only started with one, to be honest, and now I have this much, like 10 or something. And I
Only
was
10?
yeah, only 10 maybe.
Oh, and
I
I floss every
miscounted.
day. Yeah.
Yeah. I floss them every day too.
Nice.
You know how many teeth? Like there's
Yeah.
like 9 teeth to floss every day. So anyway, yeah, and it started with my mom. And so yes, my mom actually was got sick for quite a bit, and while she was recovering, what helped her, I think, is also to be mobile. Is it like
Oh,
be
yeah. Like just
mobility and
mobility.
stuff?
Yeah, just working on
Yeah.
something.
So yeah, working on something, and I actually started posting it and started carrying the Labubu with me and with the outfit that she made, and like people started asking where I got it from, and so I started posting those outfits, and people would ask me where I got it from, and I would say it's from my mom, and so I posted it just so people could buy them, and when people buys them, my mom gets really happy and giddy, and so I'm like, okay, we'll continue this, and it got bigger.
Does she make every outfit or how do you
Not
create
every
the outfits?
outfit. Most of them I would curate pieces and bits and pieces, and then I would combine it. I think that's why people like it better because it's already a set instead of like you
Like
buying
individual
one.
like
Yeah.
outfits or individual pieces, like
Hmm.
a shirt or something.
Yeah, I thought of making merches to replicate the merches. You know how K-pop merch can be so expensive.
Could you walk us through this whole process? So you started off with making an outfit. Someone's like,
Hmm.
"Oh, that's cool," and then you're like, "Oh, maybe I can post it and then
Hmm.
maybe sell it."
Yeah.
So how does the process of does someone first ask for an outfit, or do you have a whole listing, or where do you come up with the outfits, or is it demand first then supply, or how does it work?
Yeah, so I sometimes it's very random. I would think of things. Tina has been on a concert, so I thought of, oh, maybe I can make the merch like little merch for her Labubu. That's where the merch came from, like the idea came from. Mostly something that's trending or random things that I think of.
So you think of a random thing, and then what happens there? You post it, and people find it, and they want to buy it, or how does it
Yeah.
work?
I
Oh, okay.
usually make it to a point where I would think that I would like it first so that if it doesn't work out, then I could still keep it because I would still like it.
So you're like, "Oh, I think this would be a good idea." So then you
Yeah.
make it
Yeah.
yourself, and then you post it on Instagram or something?
Mostly Instagram, sometimes TikTok if I have time, because it also takes a lot of effort to
Right.
actually take pictures, post it, make the listing, all the whole process. And it's only gonna be done by me. Like my mom would do creating, but everything else is gonna be me.
So
Like,
it's like one at a time, and you just
mm-hmm.
kind of make it, and then if someone wants to buy that one, they
Yeah.
can buy that specific one.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. So then do your customers, they find you on either Instagram or TikTok or something, and then how do they buy it? What's that process?
I usually post mine at this shop called Mercari. It's like Etsy. It's like an online store too. People would ask me like, why not here? Because I already started here and I already have like customers there and that comes back to that shop. And it's
I
on its
see.
own. I know on its own is already really hard to manage. And
Right.
if I expand
Do
more,
another platform.
yeah, and its inventory is really hard to manage too. Like I have a lot of pendings to do right now. I have a lot of things that I need to take pictures of and edit, make videos. So that one thing also that they don't tell you when you start a business is you're gonna be forced to be like a creator at
Mm.
one point because that's how
Creator
you're
meaning
like you
content creator?
yeah,
Okay.
because at some point because that's how you're going to advertise.
So then when you said you have pending stuff, you mean from a marketing side, but do people come and like commission or ask for certain things? And do you have a backlog like that?
Yeah, when I started exploring the merch for K-pop, there's actually a wide market for it. So people would comment that they would actually want to pay money for it.
Mm.
And I was like, hmm, maybe I should do this more.
Yeah. So
that
people
I
were commenting about like how they would buy it. So then if somebody wanted like a Labubu outfit or
Mhm.
something, how does that process work? Do they just DM you or is there a
Yeah,
way to
they could
request
be
it?
yeah, they DM me
Okay.
or yeah, mostly also my coworkers. I brought Labubu to work too.
Yeah.
And so my coworkers also would try to ask me like, "Do you have this kind of outfit?" Or
Mhm.
some of them, and then, "Can you make this for me?"
So I have two different sort of questions. One of them is, what are your aspirations for this business or side businesses or things that you like working on, like the crafting? So, what are your aspirations in terms of scale? And I want to touch upon this because some people
Mhm.
think when they think of a business, they think the ultimate goal is to have a billion-dollar business. You know what I mean? Like it's that sort of thing.
Yeah,
But there's
that would be
different,
nice,
right?
but
But
yeah.
there are different levels of what people want to do. And so I'm curious, like, what are your aspirations? And usually some people ask, oh, did you want to scale it to be
Mhm.
higher? And sometimes people don't. What are your aspirations?
This one, I'm doing it because it makes my mom happy, first of all, because she's happy when someone buys her stuff. And it's just something that I like to do right now. Who knows how long I'm gonna be into Labubu. I'm not taking it seriously. I still have work. And so this is just like a part-time that I thought that I could make money on the side. Now I am using some of that money to take my parents into vacation. My mom got sick, and while she was recovering, there was a time frame where she lost her short-term memory and she doesn't know what's happening. Because one thing that I told her, if you get better, I'm gonna take you to a cruise.
Mm.
And then so recently she's like, I think I remember you telling me.
Like, look, my memory might not be that good.
Yeah.
You said,
Told me you're gonna take me on a cruise on our anniversary. You like they're my dad and my parents like their anniversary, and I'm like, about that. Actually, you're right. And so I'm very thankful that she's cleared to go to a vacation.
Nice.
I was like, okay, we can do it now.
That's cool. So for you, it was something that you enjoyed doing. It was like a passion project, and
Yeah.
you get to work with your mom, and so
Mhm.
it's a double benefit. And now you can also go on vacations. That's really cool. I guess the last thing I wanted to ask on this is for people, since you're not only very creative and crafty, but you're entrepreneurial, do you have any advice for people who have similar ideas? Like maybe they're also creative and they want to try to start a side business or something. Do you have any advice for how they can get into it?
I would say just do it.
Do it.
Not Nike sponsor, but
Yeah.
just do it. Just try it. I mean, nothing's bad's gonna happen if it fails. So
What do you think stops people from just doing it?
at first, what stopped me is, will people really buy this stuff? But
Like, will it work?
yeah, will it work? I think that's the main thing.
I was watching this video actually this morning at the gym of how to do something. It's called fear setting. It's an exercise where the reason why people don't do anything is because of fear.
Yeah.
And what stops them is this sort of ambiguous, oh no, I'm scared that the world will explode and I will die if I do this thing.
Mhm.
And so what he recommends is you write it down, because when you actually think about, okay, what is the worst case scenario?
Mhm.
And when you put it onto paper, your brain is like, oh, actually, it's not that bad.
Mhm.
And then the second question is, okay, if the worst case scenario, how can you mitigate that? And it's okay, worst case scenario is I throw all of my life savings into it and it doesn't work and now I'm broke and I have to live
Yeah.
under a bridge. And then the next question is, okay, well, can you do something that scales it back? Meaning like
Mhm.
if you wanted to start a business, you don't have to throw in all your money. Could you do a
Yeah.
proof of concept? And that's,
Risk.
yeah,
Yeah.
like risk mitigation.
Yeah.
So I think about that as, okay, so what is the lowest proof of concept, lowest amount of risk that I can do in this direction just to see how it goes? And then I can iterate. If I don't like to do it anymore, I can stop. And it's not like I invested $100,000 into McDonald's and now I'm stuck. But it's, yeah, I just paid some, like a little bit of money for a website, or like I put some effort into an Instagram, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
So if you just kind of write it down and maybe plan a little bit and then just try it, it's very low risk, right?
Yeah. And also, maybe they don't really have time to do it, to execute plans. So maybe that's also a reason why.
Let's say they come to you and be like, okay, I would love to do my own thing, but I don't have time. What would you say to them then at that point?
Well, if you really want something to work and if you want positive results to your craft, then you would make time for it.
Yeah.
There's no reason to.
Whenever I get the time, reason, or excuse, I always tell them it's, well, you're already doing things. So clearly those things you're doing are important to you. And so it's more of an issue of priority, not
Yeah.
of time, because we'll have the same amount of time. And so I think I would also recommend for the audience, I guess, if they're curious about this stuff, think about what you spend your time on. And maybe you do want to just watch TV or Netflix or whatever, but try to do something creative, because you'll be surprised at how fun it can be to actually
Yeah.
work on something. Not to scale it to be $1 million business, but even to just to do a creative
Just to
thing.
start, yeah.
Yeah. For people who like us, who like maybe try to do something, it is actually more fun and you kind of end up wanting to do more of it,
Yeah.
which is like a positive feedback loop. So I'd recommend just try to do something, you know,
Yeah.
small baby steps, right? Oh, here's another thing I saw another video that was like, passion follows competence, right? And so the maxim is follow your passions. And then people are like, I don't know what I'm passionate about. And then so usually how you approach that is, well, what are you
Like to
interested
do.
in? What do you like
Yeah.
to do? And what are you good at?
Yeah.
And when you follow those things, usually you're passionate about something that you're actually good at. Rarely are you passionate about something that you suck at, right? You're like, oh, I suck at bowling. I love doing this. No, it's usually when you develop skill first.
Yeah.
So therefore, you should try a lot of things, develop skill, and then your
Mhm.
passions, I believe, will come out of that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else? Otherwise, we'll move over to our third topic. These are things we missed.
Surviving so far. Okay.
More than halfway. All right. So this last topic, we won't go too far into it, but it's like being introverted and adjusting to a new country. So you already answered this, but you moved to the States when you were like in your late teens.
The sad part is, as I was busy adjusting my life here, of course, my friends and other people that I kind of left there in the Philippines are also busy going on and figuring their lives. Naturally, there was a friendship drifting. I'm thankful for being born with technology because at least even if we don't really talk that much, we still see each other from time to time. The world won't stop for you. And so you just gotta live with it and continuously leaving. One phrase that I saw recently, as you mature, not like you think that nothing is more of a loss, it's more of a redirection. It's like a lesson or protection and realization.
So I guess just to go back, you said that it's reframing of how people see loss, but it could just be redirection or
Yeah.
refocus.
Yeah.
What were some of the hardest challenges moving over to the States? Usually when people move here later in life, it's what are some challenges, but also what are some things that you've gotten used to and culture wise and some things you haven't gotten used to?
McDonald's doesn't have rice.
Bro, rice McDonald's.
Yeah, and I was like, I got here and it's like, why? Where's the rice? And no red hot dogs. I grew up like with red hot dogs. There's a
At McDonald's.
No, not McDonald's, but in like
Yeah.
supermarkets.
They don't have any here?
Now they do. I
Oh,
think, yeah,
okay.
they have it. I think it's, I don't know if it's a food coloring like America,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, my aunts and uncles used to cook a lot of like eggs and red hot dogs, tocino and longanisa, like the whole Filipino breakfast
Yeah.
spread. I have two little cousins. One of them's a girl, one of them's a boy. And the girl always ate the eggs and the boy always ate the hot dog. Their dad always cooked just those two things. And it was so funny because I'm like, why do you guys just only eat those? Most people, they eat both, right? You kind of mix it in and it kind of complements each other, but they're so
Separate.
I only eat eggs and I only eat the hot
Oh,
dogs.
that's funny.
Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe they're in college now, so I think
Oh,
different,
they ventured into.
they probably
others.
venture. I would hope so. What else? Anything else that you haven't gotten used to or have gotten used to?
Can't think of anything right now, but
Or things that are
the money. I don't know what the money looks like when I first moved here. I don't know who's in the bill. So, but then I know that there's like numbers on the
Numbers, yeah.
side, but I
Oh,
think
you don't know
till
who
now,
who the president is?
yeah, no, not the president. I know them. I just don't know how they look too. I didn't grow up here.
So you know the number. Obviously, the numbers are there, but you mean you don't know who the people are?
Yeah, the person who is in the bill.
Yeah, most even Americans don't know who they are.
Oh, really?
Well, I mean, you know, there's like Benjamins, right? People,
Yeah.
those are hundreds. Washingtons are one. Who's five? Lincoln? Testing
See,
my
what
memory
do
now.
you think that?
But I'm like, I'm sure average Americans don't. They're just like, here's a 10. Or
Yeah,
here's a 20. Wait,
but
what?
now it's like tap tap.
Who's 20?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Is it? I was like, is it that racist guy? Like, no, actually, I'm sure they were all racist at one point. Anyways, okay, so
Language barrier.
language
too.
barrier, yeah, that makes sense. And you're still translating from Tagalog.
Yeah, my head right now is translating.
You're sending
live.
info live from the Philippines, and it comes back.
Yeah, it makes round trip.
Wow, your internet speed's pretty fast. Is there anything else that helped you adjust to this new place? Like, what do you think helped?
I would say having my immediate family here really helped me instead of being by myself alone. My friends, I mean, my sister's friends, because they're mostly Filipinos, it's easy to reconnect and they also speak the language, the Filipino language. So, like, we talk, and though I'm not close to them that much, it's still easier to adjust if there are people of the same culture. Yeah.
Also, maybe K-pop? Finding
Yeah,
competitions?
actually, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's on my list too. When I first moved here, I suddenly stumbled into a video where this group is just randomly walking into the Han River, I think in Korea. So I was watching this video and I got curious on this group because they look so diverse. So the group that I'm talking about is GOT7. The members, most of them is from different countries. And so I felt like I kind of relate to them at some point because they are also from different country and they are forced to be in Korea to train, and that's even harder because they don't even have their families with them, unlike me. And so, and they're doing something that they're passionate about, and so it inspired me and it gave me comfort to actually support them too. I like their music, and just the way that they bond and hang out, like random videos that I saw. And eventually I had BTS too, like after seeing GOT7.
That was the first class you and Tina took from me. What, GOT7
That's
you
how
are?
I met Tina actually, from
Yeah.
GOT7.
How long before taking my class was that? Like, when did you guys first meet?
Probably a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you dance before, or how did you?
When I was a kid, actually,
Yeah.
Filipino.
Right. I mean, aside from that, like, obviously she dances Filipino, but like, I was curious what your level of experience was by that point.
So when I was in elementary, I used to be in a group that dance and competes.
Mm.
But then I moved on to a new school, the high
Competes
school.
like what? Like what kind of dance?
Random, most likely like pop song. There's this, is it a girl group? I could have Blessy like correct me on this, but they're called Sex Moms.
Yeah.
Those are the type of dances that we would dance.
It was like
during-
Filipino pop.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So those are the dances that we would do as a kid
Yeah.
and compete with it. We won a couple of times
Of
too.
course you won.
No, but
Typical Filipino childhood. You just
you're just forced. And my parents were actually surprised that I joined that group, and I'm like, "You are joining what?" Because they don't really force any whatever we want. They're very supportive. So yeah, I joined it without consulting them first, and so I was in a group, and suddenly, next thing we know, we are winning.
Yeah. Wait, what age was this or what grade?
I was in elementary, so
Okay.
very young, like
Yeah.
9, 8. And then suddenly I had to move to a different school. So I stopped, never danced again.
Anything else we left out or you wanted to cover? Otherwise, we'll go into rapid fire.
Not really.
Okay.
We're going.
Ready for rapid fire? This is the fun one. So they're rapid fire questions, but you can take as long as you want to answer, up to 10 minutes. Billboard question. If you could put up a sign for millions of people to see, what would it say? Non-commercial, probably metaphorical.
Work it till you make it. I know that the real saying is fake it till you make it. But for me, being true to yourself and being authentic to yourself would go farther than pretending. And so it could also free your mind and soul. And so I like just be yourself.
That makes sense because when you say fake it, people are going to think, oh, so I'm supposed to be inauthentic. I like that. What is one of the hardest challenges you face and what did you learn from it?
I would say that it's actually the language barrier. And so it's really hard till now. Like I'm struggling right now. Like I'm panicking inside. I'm just maybe I look like calm right now, but I am dying inside.
Slowly wearing away on the inside.
This is one thing that I am, I'm trying to overcome too. Being on a camera and talking to people more.
You're doing great. And plus, what if no one sees it? Then you're good,
Okay.
right? That's the
Mom, I'm on camera. I'm on the TV.
That's the positive thing about not being viral is like, okay, worst case scenario, no one sees it. Cool. Self-inflicted wound. Do you have a story about something that's gone wrong in your life and you can't blame anyone because it's your own fault?
Okay, I have two for this actually. One is I am really picky with restrooms. And so when I used to work on the field with the providers and we would go to facilities, we all know that public restrooms can be dirty. And so ever since I was a kid too, I had to be transferred to a different school because I'm too picky with the restroom.
Oh.
And I won't drink water because water makes you go to the restroom.
Oh, I see.
And so it caused some infection. And it reached my kidneys and like on my blood too. So yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
You just buy like toilet, like you can buy individual pack toilet seats or covers and wipes too. So don't be like me.
Yeah. And also hydrate.
Yeah. Stay hydrated. See, I'm drinking water.
You're like, see, I'm drinking water. You're like, Blessy. It's like, you see, I ate one broccoli. What?
Yeah, at least, right?
If you could redo one thing, what would you do differently?
do you remember Dogecoin? Or like the
Dogecoin? Yeah, yeah,
crypto?
yeah.
Yeah, the crypto. My sister encouraged me to buy some stock, like from like if you have extra money, just buy some. And so I did at the lowest of it. And so I could have really made a lot of money if I want to. But I was talking to D, and then I was talking and accidentally sold it when,
Oh, what?
yeah, I could have went. And so
Wait, you were talking to him, and while talking to him,
I was,
accidentally sold it?
yeah, I accidentally sold it. And now I'm like,
But how did? Okay, so you're talking on the phone with him
yeah.
in person?
No, on the phone.
On
I
the
was on
phone.
the phone and I'm like trying to navigate the app.
Um,
And I'm like, if I
s-
could redo it, I'm
so
not
it's
gonna
David's fault you're
touch
not
it.
rich.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, I see, I see. Yeah, I mean, we all have those moments, right? Where it's, I shouldn't have done that.
But
So
then
why didn't you rebuy it at that point?
no, because it's already expensive for me to buy it. Like it's
Oh,
not worth it for
so it
me.
went up and then you sold it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you
It
made
went
some money.
I made some money, but
Mm,
I could have made more,
I
basically.
see.
But then actually for me, like in my head, stock markets and
Right.
cryptos is actually a form of gambling too. And losing money is like very important to me. Yeah. Like
Same.
if even if I lose $20, I feel like I should have spent it on money or coffee.
Money's important to me, and
Yeah.
so is coffee.
Yeah, staying caffeinated.
I'm caffeinated and sort of hydrated.
Yeah.
If you could give your younger self advice, what would it be now?
I would just say have faith and more confidence to yourself, and you'll be okay. You don't have to always please everyone and choose your battles. Always try to choose your battles as long as you know to yourself the truth, and your parents or like your family knows the truth, and your loved ones knows the truth. Then just continue protecting your peace.
In the last few years, what new belief, behavior, or habit has improved your life?
I would say this is also one thing that I'm trying to work on right now. It's overthinking.
You're thinking about overthinking?
Yeah, like right now, I'm all super overthinking. There's so much information in my head right now that's going through in my head. What David always tells me is to live in the present and not to worry about the future too much, because what if you look back and all you remember is you worrying and not being able to enjoy now? Fear is a byproduct of your imagination,
Mm.
and don't waste your time worrying on something that you can control, and live in the present and stay out of your comfort zone if you want to grow.
Yeah, fear's the mind killer. What significant event in your life shifted the way you see things?
Like I said earlier, my mom got sick recently. She complained about headache, and next thing we know, she has stroke. And so it shifted me in a way that it reminded me that life is too short and that I have to really make the most out of it. And they're not getting like younger. So I need to really step up and do my best to be there too for them.
How do you define success?
I would say it's going to be my parents, because my parents have 4 kids, and it's really hard to raise 4 kids in general. And they were able to raise us in a very caring and loving, supportive environment that I'm really grateful for. I don't even know if I be able to raise one, especially in this economy. So, and they were still together through it all until now. And I think these days that's very rare for people to have that your parents still together. And so I am really blessed to have them still. So success for me is being able to raise kids that are now okay with each other, very supportive.
What is something that you've been pondering recently or something that you often think about?
I've been pondering about if I am really going to be able to raise a kid. I know I like to joke about I love returnables. So like you borrow them and then you return it, because you can only be
You can do that with
responsible.
kids.
Yeah. So I can only borrow them for a certain time and then, oh, you're crying. Okay, bye. So yeah, but then if you really have one, you cannot return it back. It's
Oh, that's not how that
non-refundable.
works. Darn.
No.
Do you have a favorite hot take or something that you think most people wouldn't agree with?
Maybe just in our culture, Filipino culture, is the taboo of sending your loved ones to a nursing care facility,
Mm.
because they said that you're being ungrateful for it. But for me, you're actually, if the situation is really up to the point where you have to send them there, then there must be a really deeper reason. And you're actually sending them there is way better because they have more benefits there. They are left in the care of professionals that really studied for what they are for. And I've witnessed and went to a lot of different nursing home facilities, and I've seen them. They have pretty fun activities there too. You have social worker that would send services for you. There's everything that they do for the patients that to make sure that they are taken care of. So even they would send like dental care, optometrist or podiatrist. So I think it's actually one of the wisest choice instead of trying to do it on your own too when you're not really knowledgeable with how
or
to take
equipped
your
to do.
yeah equipped to do it. They also have therapy sessions and everything that they would need. I would think that before judging people that sends people to nursing home facilities, maybe think about why.
That makes sense. Like
Mhm.
instead of going on the stigma and judging, you could do
Mhm.
your own research and see what it's like. And there's a reason why a lot of people go there, and it could
Mhm.
actually be a better situation. You're
Mhm.
saying, I like that. I'm gonna jump forward. Any favorite books, movies, videos, articles, or media that you share or recommend the most?
One is already shared by Blessy, The Three Idiots. I like that movie so much too. We're twins. But if it's more recent, I would recommend watching How to Make Millions Before Grandma Dies
Mm.
and When Life Gives You Tangerines.
Those are movies.
Yeah, those one is a movie and one is a series, both in Netflix. It gave me more perspective into life, like in terms of being more connected to my family and appreciating them more. Actually, I haven't finished When Life Gives You Tangerines because I always have to prepare mentally every episode because it makes me cry every
Pretty heavy.
episode. Yeah.
How
Super
many?
heavy.
One season? How many episodes?
One season. I don't remember how many episodes though because
Okay.
I haven't
Okay,
finished it.
finish it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll link it so people can check it out. Okay, cool. We have reached the end of rapid fire. Congrats. You can exhale
I
now.
survived.
You survived.
Oh no.
We just have our last question. So we'll always end with gratitude. Shout out to my mom. So, what are you grateful for?
I am grateful for the inventor of air conditioning. No, I'm
It's true.
grateful.
And we're done.
It's really hot these days. I'm grateful for my loved ones' health, and I hope that yeah, they're far from being sick. It's really hard when your loved ones are going through some hard times in terms of sickness and health.
Do you have a final ask from the audience or any final takeaways you'd like them to have from this conversation?
I would say, what's your life after work? What do you do for fun?
Mm.
What most like what people do for fun these days? I would like some advice and suggestions.
Oh, you want to ask them for.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. But you know what you do after your life. So that's her handle. That's why it's a joke.
Yeah.
All right.
Because there's life after work.
Of course. All right, well, I was going to ask, where can we find you? Social media handles. If people want to see what you're up to or connect, where can they find you?
I'm sure JR will link like these accounts.
Yeah.
They can mostly find me these days caddying for someone at golf field.
100%. Just a random person.
Yeah, a random person. No, joking. But yeah, I'm more active through Instagram mostly. The ones that JR will link for sure.
Yeah.
Will
Check out what you're up to.
And if ever you are working on a care facilities or a nursing home that needs mobile dental company, maybe reach out to you if you want. I won't say the name because for privacy reasons too, but if you're interested on mobile dental company that would service for elderly and TRCs or like psych places. Yeah.
I like that.
Psych.
It's like a plug for your work, but also to protect them from piracy. You won't say it.
Yeah, it's more my privacy.
I see. That's cool. Cool. I like it. All right, Hal. That is it. Congrats, you survived. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for making it easy for me.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I feel like I'm warmed up now.
Yeah, I got that third person say, okay, now we're at the end. I feel comfortable.
Okay, we can start again now. I think we can start
Yeah.
now.
Okay, well, I'm glad you had a good time. I appreciate it. I'm going to take a lot of notes.
Hopefully, like some people would get something at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
just
sure
a very simple citizen of United States of
She
America.
got her bio. I spruced it up, but she's like, I'm just a simple citizen.
Yeah, actually, I want
Go
to
ahead.
say something about my bag. My cousin made this bag. She carved it herself.
So cool.
It's like a wearable art. So like she's from Paete Laguna. So yeah, a piece from where I came from. Yeah.
And it can be a defense tool if you want to punch someone with it.
It's a wood actually.
Or if someone wants to punch you, you hold it up and then they hurt their hand.
Yeah. I would recommend checking her out. Her name is Charming Baltimore. I'm really proud of her and I really love her because she's also one of the influence that I would like to share.
I like it. All right, so I'll do my final sign off. Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. Be sure to like, follow, subscribe, leave us 5 stars, leave how love in the comments. Reminder to always be kind to other people, especially yourself, and remember that you can always learn something from someone if you take the time to listen. So thank you guys for being here.
A friend that listens.